Madden Football brings you the divisional round of the NFL playoffs, and it's brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Saints and the Eagles, and it comes your way next.
Just north of the Delaware Expressway and east of Broad Street, we find ourselves at Lincoln Financial Field in South Philly. Coming up, an important divisional round matchup in the NFC between the New Orleans Saints and the Philadelphia Eagles. As the postseason continues here on EA Sports, we're pleased to bring it to you. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And who has the edge here? You got one side that had some extra rest, but another comes in off a win last week in the wild card round.
And it's funny, depending on which team you are, you say that that's an advantage. You'll take the rest, you'll take the week off, get your guys healed up a little bit and ready to go. But that team that's coming in off of a win last week, they're really excited to keep playing. They feel like they are hot and ready to go.
First of four berths in the conference championships on the line here as divisional weekend in the NFL is underway. And the opening kickoff will not be returned as that will be a touchback. So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. They'll be led out by a 7-time Pro Bowl quarterback in his 10th NFL season now. That's Russell Wilson.
And he and his team, they were the beneficiaries of a first-round bye earned by a tremendous regular season. He'd been a little bit nicked up so he could use the rest, and I'm sure his teammates felt the exact same way. But now it'll be interesting to watch their first few drives in this one, because sometimes getting the rest is great, but sometimes you accumulate a little bit of rust as well. Maybe they come out flat, and they can't afford that in the postseason.
Well, throw on first down with Wilson. A throw to the flat here for McKissick. 3 yards the gain there, second down. Wilson. Got an open man, that's C.J. Uzomah. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
A run here for J.D. McKissick. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Now they contend with a second and 12 after the loss. Here's Wilson. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll get it down here to the 43. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. The former Gamecock here. This is Mike Davis. And he's not even going to get back to the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on fourth. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Uses the stiff arm. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, it's Wilson. That's caught by his tight end, Uzama. A gain of 6 there on first. They go back to the ground now with Davis. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Now Wilson. He's got his man. It's Kendrick Bourne. And he's going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did. Big time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And it's incomplete. It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Touchdown! C.J. Uzama, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Eagles are on the board first here in this division round matchup. On that 3rd down call, the goal was to get the ball to their tight end and pick up a first down, but he wasn't satisfied with just that. They got the first down. That was the gravy. He decided to take in the whole meal and rumbled in for a touchdown. Josh Lambo now for the point after. He's got it, and the Eagles lead in 7-zip. So that one a 13-play drive in total. The result, Philadelphia in the end zone. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Fielded right around the 8. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. They'll be led out by their quarterback who played for the Nevada Wolfpack in college. It's Colin Kaepernick. All in all, he was pretty solid in the victory in the wild card round and threw a couple of touchdowns. And when it comes to quarterback play, you'd always love spectacular. But in the playoffs, you'll take solid. And that's exactly what they're looking for from him again in this contest. Able to shake free for about 7 up to the 35. 3 yards remain for 2nd down. The handoff running left, Henry. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Now Kaepernick operating on the bootleg. He's got his man. That's Josh Gordon. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. But this seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that first down on 3rd down, I thought that was key. Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot, and they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game. So they've got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown? They'll contain him to just 4, 2nd down. All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain. And Henry's hit. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And they're going to set up shop at the 32-yard
for heaters up here. And thank goodness I don't have to carry the football in this game. It's January. It's cold out there. Trying to clutch the football and absorb the hits, not easily done.
Yeah, we saw a product of the elements right there. So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their second drive. They'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Bringing him down defensively, Jayon Brown.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown. The
throw there finding its way to Boyle. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. Here's Kaepernick to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Khalil Mack drops him for a loss of 14 yards, and it also brings up 4th down. I know some of the talk after last week's loss was the O-line struggles. They gave up 4 sacks. He got hit here and taken down again, so that's something to monitor.
It is something to monitor, but they've got to help their offensive line out. Maybe a little bit different play calling, right? Draws, screens, get the ball out of the quarterback's hands quicker, maybe some quick game passes. All of that to try and help slow down a pass rush and make things easier on their offensive line.
Gano's kick is good. And with that last field goal, that puts him now at 300 made on his career, and that is something to celebrate.
And that puts him in the top 30 all time. So he's really made a mark, and he's got plenty of life left in that leg, that's for sure.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their second drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone. And
just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They go play action with Wilson. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Davis running left, and he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. From the shotgun, Wilson. Open man is Uzomah. So a pretty early first quarter roughing the passer penalty.
Seems like the officials are going to let everyone know they're taking charge of this game. They're always going to protect the quarterback.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll be 2nd and about a yard. see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Now second quarter action from Philadelphia, and it's the Eagles in possession. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. To throw is Wilson. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard. Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down. They go play action now. Wilson. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen. No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. The job of any linebacker involves having enough strength to fight off a blocker and get to ball carriers. But in this case, I think we can safely say he beat him right off the snap to get into the backfield and make that play. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Now Wilson. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And that'll force upon them a 3rd and 14. Here's Wilson. And he's got his big tight end here. And they will get to him at the 7 and stop him short of the first down marker. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down. And that big gain may just change the thought process here on 4th down. I think in the red zone, they might now consider going for it on 4th down. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. And that'll set them back 5. So on now the field goal team for Philadelphia. The kick by Lambeau is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So a nice kick there as they add 3 to the lead. And from what I've seen so far, Brandon, I think they've been the better of the 2 teams here in the first half. So even though you want the touchdown, I think that's a nice job there to put 3 points on the board. And he'll just take a seat in the drive to get at the 25-yard line. The Saints offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so. The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that. And they've got to make sure they love him up because he's helped them out. Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Now Kaepernick. He's going to find his tight end, Boyle. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. Shotgun snap now for Kaepernick. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Launches deep. A jump ball, and this is caught. A big-time play there for New Orleans.
Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years with the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one.
And what was amazing to me was the fact he was able to get as much on the ball as he did because he was on the run. Normally, when you're on the move like that, you don't expect the ball to go that far. You would think you need your lower body to be involved. That was an all-arm throw.
A first down carry for Henry. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Derrick Henry scampering home from 19 yards out. And the Saints are within an extra point of tying this thing up.
A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Gano the extra point, and we are tied here in the second quarter. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away.
Taking it about the 1. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. And Philadelphia's offense ready to go again. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Wilson. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's able to get up here to the 26. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Wilson will throw again. Throw right side, caught by Davis. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll be 2nd and about a yard to go for the first. It's a jet sweep. Wilson with a little pop pass. 7 yards there and a first down. Now it's Wilson. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Fletcher Cox gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front.
He was still looking through his progressions and going through his receiver options, and while he was doing that, the defense got to him quickly in the pocket.
And it was a great example of zone coverage. Well executed, well coordinated. All the receivers were covered, and he couldn't evade the rush back in the pocket.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now left side, a completion to his tight end.
Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-bodied tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first.
And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there and handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
A first down run, not going to get them a whole lot. Maybe a yard. Yeah, it looks like just 1 yard there, so that'll bring up 2nd and 9. Henry again on 2nd down. Shreds the tackle.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Lamb. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. They'll run on first down. Henry. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
The Saints on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. To throw is Kaepernick. Over the middle, complete to Judy. And they will stop him short. They get him to the ground at the 27. No first down. Just a 5-yard pickup, but it leads to 4th down. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. On 4th down, on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. A 40-yard punt, no return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Got the connection here to Bourne. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy.
They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Off the play fake, here's Wilson.
Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple of big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Here's Sam Cook now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time.
And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback.
The Saints offense going to head out now late in this first half as they will take over here with a little more than 30 seconds remaining.
Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10. Here's Kaepernick. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Saints. Josh Gordon, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Saints have taken the lead.
For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
Extra point try good by Gano. And that makes it a 17-10 score. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
Taken from about the 12. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Russell Wilson now gears up to lead the offense again. Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but bottom line, his team's losing. They got to fix something.
And it starts with him. He has to keep that little quarterback strut going right now to make sure that his team sees him as confident. Continue to try and up his game, but just let him know, hey, if I'm around, if I'm the one calling signals and throwing the football, just follow me, we'll get there. Sometimes that will do more to elevate a team than anything else.
See if he has that confidence.
From the 39, Wilson. Throw right side, caught by Ridley.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is. The long-distance shot before break comes up empty, but now Charles flipped the script. Time for likely one more play as field position becomes an issue.
Yeah, when you talk about field position, remember, if this kick is missed, the ball comes back to where? The spot that they snapped it from. So field position becomes a factor. I think in this spot, you might also want to think about throwing the Hail Mary. You know, put the ball up in the air. Maybe you can get 6 out of it instead of 3.
Yeah, see what happens. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC Divisional Round matchup as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. This the first of 4 Divisional Round matchups coming up this weekend. We'll get back out to you guys in just a moment. But first, let's take a look ahead to tomorrow's other Divisional Round game in the NFC. And it looks like we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the San Francisco 49ers taking on the Minnesota Vikings. On now to a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Saints. And even though they've got the lead, they're likely going over ways they can improve the running game, as they didn't find a whole lot of success in those first 2 quarters. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, there's a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And they'll need to get things in gear as they trail here at the break.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. Taken in at the 3. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
Here's Josh Gordon as he heads back out there now. Seems like the measuring stick for a receiver for a great game is 100 yards. Well, he's well past that now.
And as we analyze how he's getting them, that's where it really becomes fun, because let's face it, they keep sending coverage at him, keep trying to put the pressure on, yet he finds ways downfield and finds openings. That's a really cool.
Pressure comes and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the save. Maurice Hurst gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front.
Well, the number one mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
And this came from the interior of the defensive line, and these guys, they're normally anchors of that spot, and they don't often get clear shots at the quarterback. But in this case, he got past the center and the guard in no time and got there to make the play.
Open man, he completes it to Judy.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. Just they move, and they know it affects the defense, because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket. Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the third downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the third quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
They'll try the right side with Henry. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, sometimes it's hard to take your eyes off this guy at the linebacker position. He can really cover some ground, and he did there to make that play.
And so much of being a good tackler is understanding and taking the right angles to a ball carrier. And that was just tremendous straight line speed there. He eliminated the angles and was able to meet his man behind the line of scrimmage.
And the next-gen stats tell the story as he was traveling at better than 19 miles an hour.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. To throw, Kaepernick. They set up the screen for Henry. So the screen good for only 2. Now it's 3rd down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
On 3rd and long, it's Kaepernick.
And he'll get this underneath to Henry.
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down.
Well, I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield. Everyone trying to account for someone. But unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield. And he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
Back to the ground now. It's Henry. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It's Khalil Mack, the all-pro, in there to get him behind the line.
Well, that's not an easy play for a defensive end because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working. But how about his vision to see where the play was going? Crashed down inside and tackled him for a loss.
This has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14. They run it for the first time with a backup Murray. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped to the backfield. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up.
I think it might be time to move to a different section of the playbook there because back-to-back runs, both for loss. Now they have 3rd and long coming up.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. To throw, it's Kaepernick. And right side, Henry's got it. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It'll be a pickup of 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up 4th.
And I believe that gain on 3rd and long changes things quite a bit because this would be a very long field goal. I wouldn't be surprised to see him go for it here.
Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. They'll run for it with Henry. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. Derrick Henry denied here on 4th down. And the Eagles defense able to hold. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Here's Wilson to throw. That is caught. It's Uzomah. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. A big connection on that one. 30 yards.
So when's the best time to take the big shots downfield? When you think a defense least expects it, and I think the first play of the 3rd quarter qualifies. They came right out firing. That's how you send a message to start the 2nd half of a game.
So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Play action. Now Wilson. He's going to air one out. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Wilson's throw taken in by Ridley here. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped to have a guy who could turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. Again, Wilson. Going for it all. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Calvin Ridley there to make the grab. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra-explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. Well, sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. And that's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long, man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
Lambo on for the extra point. And he gets it to go, and we're all even. 17 apiece. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it was capped off by an Eagles touchdown. So all square here in this 3rd quarter as the kick's away. Fielded right around the 8. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The New Orleans offense back out and ready to go. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Working with 2nd and 5 now. Here's Kaepernick to throw. And his throw here is going to be incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. To throw, Kaepernick. To Boyle here over the middle. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
On 1st down, it's Henry. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 50 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at him and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it? Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense, and on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Now a play fake, Kaepernick. This will go to Henry out wide. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And he's going to get this inside the 30. But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Kaepernick. A check down here for Henry. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
Now a 2nd down run for Murray. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. Field goal would get him the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Henry. And he will have the 1st down before he's tackled at the 12.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Derrick Henry. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9. Now a 2nd down and 6. Throwing now is Kaepernick. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to sack back at the 16-yard line. Khalil Mack able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And that's his 2nd sack in this one.
And you just can't ask a defensive end or an edge rusher to play any better than what we're seeing right now. And, partner, it's still just the 3rd quarter. I'm thinking he's not done yet. Even if he's not getting a sack, he's bringing a lot of pressure to the pocket.
Here's 3rd and long. Kaepernick needing a big play to counteract the sack. He'll look to throw. He dumps it off for Henry. And he will not be able to get the 1st as he can get this only down to the 5. They'll get 11, but it will still lead to a 4th down.
Nice job understanding the situation. 3rd and long. Kept the play in front of them and made the tackle. They gave up a good chunk of yardage, but it does force a 4th down.
Well, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They'll run. It's Henry. And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. They'll try to get the run game going. Here's Davis. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. 1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. All even as we get ready to start the fourth. Now a throw here, hauled in. So still backed up, but the situation not as dire now. 1st and 10 at the 14. Now it's Wilson.
He dumps this off underneath. Here's Davis.
That catch good for only a couple. From the 17, Wilson. Open man is Uzama. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Throwing again here, Wilson. Got an open man, that's C.J. Uzama.
And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the 1st down.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now Wilson.
A throw to the flat here from McKissick.
They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Now Wilson. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards. Back to the 33. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll be 3rd and 10. And that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying it is one thing. We can second guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize it is broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the 1st down on 3rd down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Here's Sam Cook now as he's on to punt for Philadelphia. Call that a 46-yard punt, though they did get 9 back on the return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And as a fan of the NFL, not much more you could hope for in this divisional round matchup. Tie game, 4th quarter. A lot of these fans with their hearts in their throats waiting to see what happens here. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Here's Kaepernick. That's caught left side by Judy. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. They'll try to run for the 1st with Henry. And Henry fighting for the marker, but I don't think he got there. He did not. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down.
I apologize in advance, partner, but the beefeaters on the interior of this D-line, you just know they were licking their chops on 3rd and short. And yes, they were rewarded with a tasty dish, stuffing that one short of a 1st down.
Well, we got beef eaters licking their chops and tasty dish in one fell swoop.
I did apologize in advance, didn't I?
Yeah, you did. That line's not eating tofu. I'll tell you that much for free. Here comes the Saints punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
Philadelphia's offense ready to give us another look. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter.
They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson.
He'll drop this off for Davis.
So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And it'll be 2nd and 10.
Here's Wilson. And he gets this one to Ridley complete. And he'll be corralled right around the 34.
And partner, in a tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson. A dump off for Davis. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
From midfield now, here's Wilson. That's caught by his tight end, Uzoma. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Play action. It's Wilson. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 22-yard line. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
To throw again is Wilson. And oh, that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground, incomplete. 2nd and 10. It's Wilson again. Steps away to his left. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down. A carry now for McKissick. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the 1st down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot. Call it a gain of 5. 4th down now. Have to kick this field goal, don't you?
No question about it. Look at the clock. Look at the situation. Kick the field goal.
So on now is the kicker, Josh Lambo. And Lambo will put this one through. And with that, they take the lead here, 20-17. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And this certainly a key moment in this game, trailing by 3, 4th quarter with a spot in the championship game next weekend on the line. Throwing on 1st down is Kaepernick. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. 2nd and 10. Working from the gun, it's Kaepernick. And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
On 3rd and long, it's Kaepernick. He'll rifle this one deep right side. He's got a man, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big play that time through the air. 33 yards.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown That gives them a lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now a handoff to Henry. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the 1st down carry. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Here's Kaepernick to throw. Over the middle, complete to Judy. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 23.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. To throw, it's Kaepernick. That is caught by Lamb. Touchdown! C.D. Lamb, 23 yards for the touchdown. And once again, the Saints are back out in front. This has definitely been a back-and-forth affair, and now they have the lead here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, and they gave up the field goal on that last drive, as we remember, but it felt like their offense told them, don't worry about it. We've got your backs. We'll come back with a touchdown of our own, and they did.
Gano for the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game. So that drives 6 plays, 75 yards. And it all culminates in a Saints touchdown. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. So Russell Wilson in the offense. Down 24-20, just over 2 minutes to go. And their 4-game winning streak in great danger. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. He gets this complete to Diggs. We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. Throwing now is Wilson. Got the connection here to Bourne. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Here's Wilson. Over the middle, that's caught by Ridley. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. Wilson to throw. Got an open man, that's C.J. Uzomah. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints 30. Now Wilson. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively. And it'll bring up 2nd down. Back to throw. Getting this ball out wide for Davis. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line.
Well, they got the yardage they needed there. Picked up the 1st down, got out of bounds. How about the urgency that they have, as well as they understand where they are in the field?
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. He'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. They'll look to throw. Oh, no, he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. And they had it there so close to the goal line, a chance to take it across, claim the lead here in the fourth. Boy, that was a big, big mistake.
It really was, and as much as I want to give credit to the defense for making the play, I do tend to agree with you. That mistake, that's a chance to go in and take the lead. I mean, you're in great shape, yet you don't take care of the football. But they'll be going over that like crazy in the upcoming weeks.
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. And they'll indeed take a knee. The Eagles will take their third and final timeout as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the fourth. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now third and long. And they take a knee. So they file for the exits here in silence. And what a job to come in on the road, divisional round of the playoffs, and you get to end it by going down to a knee.
Now their confidence has to be at an extreme high. That's 2 weeks in a row they've gone on the road and gotten it done. They don't care where they go. From here on out, they think they can beat anyone.
And the Saints season will march on as we say thanks for watching and so long.